What's going on, everybody? Average Arcader here, and welcome to Volcano Base. I was very interested to see how exactly this one was going down, and it was kind of exactly what I thought. This is a base, a pre-made base, but you have to clear it out first. It's like completely full of... I'll explain these guys in a little bit, but it's completely full of these fire skeletons here. It has a name for them, but you've got to go through, take these guys out, and take out their spawners. So make sure, that's the thing, make sure you make a why am I drawing a blank on a pickaxe? I don't know why I drew a blank on that. Make sure you clear them out with a pickaxe. Now the cool thing is they do fire damage, but as you go through towers, many of these chests have fire potions in them. That's where I got everything here. Everything here I didn't just create. This was all here. So, you know, these are drops that you get from them. But it'll give you basic armor right off the back. A bunch of the chests will. It'll give you food and fire potions. And basically you go through and you have to basically clear out the entire base, right? Then you can claim it as your own. You don't have to clean out these towers if you don't want to. I mean, if you want to actually use, because then after that you can customize the base how you want it. You can put things in those towers that you can actually use. You can set them up to actually work out of. That's kind of how they have it set up, to where you can basically turn this into your own personal thing. I'm just gonna let you know that if you're doing this for a survival run, it's gonna be challenging, but I think it'd be fun challenging. Like when I started, I did it in survival, pure survival, and man, it was actually a little bit of a challenge, because climbing up those steps, once you get up there, they have the advantage. And I did not have the mindset, because I didn't think about it. I didn't bring a pickaxe with me, so I couldn't clear them out properly. I could take them all out, but then they would spawn right back in. So when I went back through to see everything, I went back into creative just because I wanted to see everything. All right, this is the main base. As you can see, it takes you a while to get to the main base. Once you do, though, pretty much everything you need is here. There was a couple spawners in here. And as you can see, there are some dark areas that you will have to come back through and light up, but that's okay. Like I said, it only takes a little bit of tweaking, a little bit of work. Heck, by the time you fight your way here, you're gonna have tons of stuff to use to fight and or make more light. Let's see. Another thing I like about this, down here, down this huge thing of ladders, you can either drop down into the water or you can take the ladders down. That's a mine shaft, a big one that's already been carved out for you. So, and it goes on for a while. I went down there. So you've got a mine already ready to go. You've got some of these lava cows, which you feed this to multiply them, and then you use buckets to basically harvest lava from them. So I guess if you wanted, I mean, you can use those, because then you could take the buckets of lava, you can put them into the furnaces, and then you can smelt a lot with them. So, I mean, it's useful. Then here you have a bunch of seeds and a hole ready to go. You can plow this and plant right there. Also, now, you have I'll show you what a nether portal is, but you see this area right here? You could set up your own nether root garden in this. There's no nether root garden here, but I mean, it gives you free fire potions and everything, and armor, and swords, and a mine shaft already ready to go. So, I mean, like, I'll go ahead and show you guys. Let's drop down. mine shaft ready to go. And that goes on for a while. So you could potentially get anything you need from there. And you just keep on, you can mine like you normally do. It's just, I think the only downside is that there's a lot of traveling you gotta do. That's about it. Now moving on to the rest of the base. Let's see, I think this way takes you, okay, yeah. This way takes you to the bedroom. So like I said, it is a functioning base. You just got to clear it out first and set up some different things, and it's ready to go. You can put your enchanting table right here. You already got the bookshelves ready to go, and you should be, if I'm correct with that, yeah, it should already be maxed out too. So you can do the max ones, and you have some lamps here already. So you're good to go, even with a book. The only thing you need to go dig up is diamonds, mainly. You've got everything else you need. Then here, then we can keep going up here. It might take you a little while to get to know all the different nooks and crannies to go in. It's really big. Okay, now this tower again, I think it had a spawner. Yeah, it had a spawner in. I took it out. Then it gives you a bunch of golden apples and a pickaxe. So if you didn't destroy any of the spawners up to now you finally have a pickaxe to do it. But I would suggest you make a stone one before you even go in. Just go down to one of the normal areas. You start out like right, I think, was it right there? Wherever you start out, don't bother coming right in. Turn around, go get some rocks, go get some wood. Make yourself a pickaxe before you start exploring so that you can destroy those spawners. Otherwise, you will get overwhelmed because they spawn a lot of them at once. After that, I'll show you where the nether portal is. And here's another portal, which you'll have to come down. You'll still need to light some more up in this area. Torches or lanterns, whatever you want. I would use lanterns to probably make it look better. Then build a path over here. And then you light it, and there you go. I was kind of expecting the base to be a little bit more, centered. It kind of spreads everything across a very large gap. Like, I'm not upset by it, but I'm like, this is not easy to use. Like, if I were to do a survival run on this, it'd be very challenging. It wouldn't be impossible, but I think that would be kind of the point for it to be somewhat of a challenge. Like, everything here is in a central location, and the bedroom's there, but then look how long it takes you to get to the nether portal. But then again, that might be a good thing because it keeps things from spawning into the area that you're normally at. And you do have a source of food that you can grow. Plus, there's a lot of food here already. Most of the chests will have a lot of food in them too that are in this thing. Like I said, there's only a couple things you gotta do. For the most part, it's ready to go. You just have to clear it out. And then make a couple things for yourself, customize it for yourself. Like I said, the towers are cool because after you clear them out, you can turn them into mini bases if you want. Maybe the one that's close to the entrance of this whole little catwalk system. You can take those, put beds in them, put workshops in them, basically places to sleep, places to work, some food, mini gardens even, and then call it a day. Then you can live out of these towers if you want. So it is cool. It's kind of one of those things. Clear it out, then you can customize it the way you want. It is a really cool base, and I think that if you really wanted to challenge yourself in a survival run, I would do it. I think you'd have fun clearing this and then setting up your base the way you want it. than exploring the world. It's not one of the ones that's 100%, oh yeah, all you gotta do, buy the map, go in there, and then boom, you got a base ready to go, and all you gotta do is go out and just start exploring around the world and building. That's not kind of like this. This is kind of like a personal base / adventure. Like here, we gave you a custom base, but the goal here is you do have a point here. You need to clear it out. So you have a job to do first. It's not bad. It's just, if you're looking for a base that's ready to go, all you gotta do is just maybe put in a couple things and then you can just do your normal thing. This is not it. This is particularly a destination style map that you can set up your own base in, because it is a base for you, but you have to clear it out. So definitely fun. The local area, it's got a good amount of biomes. The problem is you gotta do traveling to get to them. It's not gonna be easy, but it's got a good mix. You got Mesa, you've got Dark Forest a little bit that way. You've got a Birchwood Forest. There's desert, a lot of desert over that way. I explored some of it. I didn't see any desert temples right away, but I didn't go that far in because I kind of wanted to focus mainly on the base itself, which is basically a mini dungeon. That's basically what it is. It's a mini dungeon that you, once you're done with, you get to keep. Basically, once you're done, it now becomes your base, and then you can do a normal survival run at the end with some custom mobs on there. You got those big magma cube enemies, and then the flame skeletons. So it's pretty cool. I have fun exploring it. I wouldn't use it because the base just isn't kind of set up how I would use a base. But there are a lot of people I feel would enjoy this after you clear it out and then you start customizing all the different towers and setting it up how you like it. I think you can have a lot of fun with this base if that's something you like to do. If you want a little challenge in your survival run, you don't want to just do the normal thing, you definitely got that here. It's challenging, not frustrating. Everything's possible. You just gotta know what you're doing. Alright guys, thanks again for watching. I definitely still feel this map is worth it. It may not be a map that I would want, but it is definitely worth it. So if you are interested, definitely pick it up. But if this is not your thing, we have other maps, bases that we have reviewed. So definitely check out the playlist on the channel. If not, why don't you give us some recommendations of maps or games that we can play, let's play, or review on the channel. But until then, thank you again for watching. I'm Average Arcader. Average Arcader out.